LabTheater researches fast-moving consumer goods for over 80 countries across the world. And today I would like to speak about weight management, how the market is changing, and how consumers' needs and desire is shifting towards more natural, nutritious, and convenient products. We are going to look at three main topics today. First, I would like to show you the overview of health and wellness, and I will be introducing latest trends from weight management. And finally, we will be looking at the comparison between developed and emerging markets. Okay. Now, first of all, I would like to explain what health and wellness is. Health and wellness is a grouping of products in packaged food and soft drinks. It does not mean all packaged food and soft drink products fall under health and wellness. We only include products with health benefits and products with positioned as better for health, including fortified and functional, reduced sugar, fat and salt, food intolerance, and organic products into our health and wellness dataset. Today, 28% of total packaged food and soft drinks is accounted as health and wellness products globally. So you can imagine how large the market is. I would like to show the example of health and wellness and non-health and wellness products, which I will be using a lot in this presentation. On the left-hand side, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. This product does not contain sugar, but contains artificial sweeteners. Therefore, it fits to our definition of health and wellness products as reduced sugar products. And on the other hand, the right side, regular Coca-Cola, contains sugar and also not positioned as better for health. Therefore, we class these products as non-health and wellness. I hope it's clear now. Let's look at the global sales comparing health and wellness and non-health and wellness products. The chart shows year-on-year growth of health and wellness packaged food and soft drink, and non-health and wellness packaged food and soft drinks in retail sales value in US dollars fixed exchange rate at constant prices from 2005 to our forecast estimations to 2020. Packaged food and soft drink sales saw a sharp decline in 2008 due to recession at global level, and this has damaged the health and wellness product sales largely as well. However, solid lines showing health and wellness packaged food and health and wellness soft drinks, you can see how these products are outperforming non-health and wellness at almost all years. Manufacturers continue putting effort to develop new health and wellness products to appeal consumers' changing preferences and needs. And therefore, we expect health and wellness products are going to outperform non-health and wellness products globally from now on to through 2020. When categorizing products into health and wellness categories, we look at the positioning of the products and class them into these categories on the slide. The most popular health and wellness positioning is general well-being. And this is expected as general well-being holds wider segments in food and drinks, which are positioned as good for health generally. While the positions other than general well-being remain more specific in target segments. Weight management is the second largest health and wellness positions for packaged food and soft drinks globally. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, which I just mentioned as health and wellness products as example, this product also falls under weight management, health and wellness positioning. Although products in health and wellness see faster growth thanks to the emergence of innovative products and weight management receiving higher interest from consumers, all brands in health and wellness, often with reduced sugar and contains artificial sweeteners, those are struggling. This is because consumers are growing mistrust on artificial sweeteners and not sure if these products really are good for you. The reason why all brands in health and wellness are struggling is revealed by our Euromonitor International's Global Consumer Trend Survey conducted globally in 2015. Top 3 features what consumers value the most are opposite of all brands in health and wellness offer. Our survey revealed that 43% of consumers want to buy products that are all natural, and 41% of consumers value products with limited or no added sugar. And 40% of consumers wish to buy products with less artificial ingredients. These demands are actually stronger than limiting fat and calories. While our survey revealed that consumers are looking for the products that are more natural, it was also revealed that consumers are becoming more and more demanding. You can see there are so many features that consumers want or do not want to have. What are consumers, this is actually challenging manufacturers a lot, because what are consumers looking for is a question that all weight management product players should be asking themselves before making important decisions. Especially when consumers have this much desire. It's very, very difficult now. So now I would like to show you how important weight management is for consumers with latest examples from weight management. We will see 4 latest trends from weight management, including how consumers' attitudes are shifting to natural and nutritious food, attitude against sugar, the emergence of stevia in health and wellness products, and how protein is valued by particular age groups. What are consumers' perception towards weight management? Our survey revealed that 37% of consumers are actively monitoring their weight by what they eat. Now, 32% of consumers are cutting down carbohydrate-rich food such as bread, pasta, rice, and so on. And 1 in 5 of consumers are trying to lose weight. With high interest from consumers, it is easy to say that weight management has become a part of our lifestyle, which shapes new trends in food and drinks. Let's move on to how these attitudes are reflected in the performance of packaged food and soft drinks. Consumers are increasingly aware of the importance of healthy weight in the prevention of diabetes or many other related diseases. Consumers in developed markets are typically cutting down intake of refined food and sugary drinks. There is no doubt that weight-conscious consumers are avoiding carbohydrate because they think excessive carbohydrate intake is not going to help them lose weight. Hesitation about eating carbohydrate grown among consumers because many carbohydrate-rich foods have little nutritious value besides providing high amount of energy, which is actually not really important in our today's modern lifestyle, especially in developed markets where consumers go to work and stay in the office all day. The consumption of bread, which showed us on the slide, in developed market has been recording negative growth and is expected to continue decline to 2020. At global level, the consumption of bread is also declining. We estimate per capita consumption will have declined by 1.5 kilograms between 2010 and 2020. Although traditional carbohydrate-rich food has become somewhat of an enemy for consumers who are keen on weight management, there is a switching of carbohydrates to more nutritious types. These grains have boomed globally as a new choice for healthier carbohydrate. Gluten-free has been receiving very strong consumer interest, especially in developed markets, and protein and high fiber also have been appealing to much wider segments in consumers. Quinoa and amaranth are seen more in the market, and the use of such ingredients in new product development is increasing. For example, Kellogg Japan launched cereal products with amaranth just last month, and the use of bran, which is naturally high fiber, is increasing in packaged bread. Consumers adopt these more nutritious grains after they are introduced in media or in food service. There are consumers who still want to enjoy traditional carbohydrate-rich food like rice, pasta, and bread. Those consumers have learned to replace traditional meals with these grains to reduce carbohydrate intake and make their diet more nutritious. For example, in Japan, where I'm from, mixing oats when cooking rice is getting very popular in home cooking and also in food service. Okay, move on to the second trend is a backlash against sugar. 37% of consumers' sugar intake is through soft drinks. And globally, consumers are taking 36 grams of sugar a day. And that is actually 44% larger than what World Health Organization recommends. So WHO recommends keeping sugar intake to less than 5% of your daily energy charge from food and drinks, which is actually equivalent to 25 grams. So you can see how we are taking too much sugar. In many countries, obesity is becoming a serious issue, and overconsumption of sugar is one of the main drivers. There is a clear pattern in sugar consumption that developed markets have a much higher amount of daily sugar intake compared to emerging markets. From this map, you can see how North America and Europe have the highest consumption of sugar. The reason behind this is that diets in developed markets rely heavily on processed food and sugary drinks, and less in fresh food. Often controlling daily intake of sugar through packaged food is difficult, and often packaged food and packaged drinks have high amount of sugar for preserving purposes. Consumers are less aware of how much sugar those products have when they are consuming packaged bread, packaged food, and soft drinks. Consumers' awareness of the overconsumption of sugar have welcomed reduced sugar products globally. Reduced sugar products are playing a very important role as a new trend, and the sales is increasing globally thanks to clear message on products claiming, for example, 30% less sugar or no added sugar. Some example here. This jam product from Japan, Aohata's Marugoto Kajitsu, saw significant sales increase since its launch in 2012. In 2015, sales were actually 10 times larger than in 2012, thanks to consumers' new jams typically being high in sugar, but this product does not contain sugar at all and no artificial sweeteners as well. So instead, this company, Aohata, used its fruit juices to make this jam product sweeter. And Japanese consumers really liked this idea, and these products perform very well thanks to its natural appeal. And this jam's case is not a rare case. The same thing is happening globally to many brands. Another example here is this Fountain's no added sugar tomato sauce from Australia. This is another great example that the great feature that has no sugar and 25% less salt were added to this product. And this is actually also gluten-free. And the best thing about these products is this sauce uses naturally sweetened, naturally sourced sweeteners, stevia, which I will be introducing you as the third trend from weight management shortly. The idea of reduced sugar appealed to many consumers. However, the reduced sugar content often meant sweeteners were included. And consumers started to question, is sweetener really healthy? Therefore, consumers in developed markets are turning away from products with artificial sweeteners. Here's an example of how low and mid-calorie drinks will experience hard times due to the negative ideas on sweeteners among consumers. Minimizing sugar intake and calorie intake is actually high on consumers' agenda, while growing mistrust in artificial sweeteners. Therefore, products seen as natural resonate better with consumers. In short, being low in calorie is not strong enough anymore to consumers in developed markets. Consumers want to reduce sugar intake but also prefer more natural ingredients. At the same time as this desire was getting stronger among consumers, stevia won recognition from global organizations, which led the sales boost. Stevia is a plant-based sweetener made from stevia leaves, which are naturally sweet. Although stevia has been used for food additives for a long time in some markets, like in Japan, since 1980s, the use of stevia was limited due to the restrictions in larger markets, especially United States and Europe. In late 2008, Food and Drug Administration of the United States approved stevia as generally recognized as safe. And in 2011, stevia was approved by European Commission's regulation as a non-caloric sweetener. This as a trigger, the use of stevia as sweeteners for food and drinks saw rapid increase since 2010. And we estimate the use of stevia is expected to grow further through 2020. These are products with stevia from all over the world. So stevia is seen more globally now, and the launch of Coca-Cola Life drew significant attention in 2013. Since the launch, Coca-Cola Life has been increasing its sales, especially in Europe. Although stevia is seen more in soft drinks, the use of stevia in food is increasing, like the example of Fountain's no added sugar from Australia, which I just mentioned earlier. This reduced sugar ice cream from Greece is another great example. This product launched last year and has been receiving very good feedback from consumers, especially female consumers aged over 25. This leads us to the fourth trend, protein. Negative ideas on sweet sugar and sweetener, as well as hesitation about eating carbohydrates, had led protein to perform well. Millennials especially are very keen on protein intake compared to other age groups. One of our our survey questions ask, do you look for high-protein food when shopping? The results showed that millennials have very strong interest compared to other age groups. Nearly 1 in 10 of consumers in millennials are seeking for high-protein food when shopping. Protein-rich products used to be limited to protein drinks, for example. But recent development in snacks expanded the product categories of protein-rich food globally, and this is actually positively impacting on the sales of snacks. The chart on the right shows the focused estimation of snacks growth in the United States between 2015 and 2020. Snacks that offer high protein levels, including Greek yogurt, nut, sports protein bars, and popcorn, are expected to drive up the growth in snacks landscape. Let's look at some examples of protein-rich food. There are many different types of protein-rich food emerged globally, and interestingly, most of these are designed to be consumed easily, like on-the-go style, where consumers go in somewhere, just drink on the go, yeah? Or snacking style. High-protein snacks have boomed because millennials are eating these snacks in place of traditional meals. Protein is perceived as helpful for weight management in several ways. It helps to maintain muscle stronger, which also helps to burn off calories. It produces a lasting feeling of fullness and satisfaction, which reduces cravings for unhealthy snacks between meals. Snack bar products contain high level of protein is seen more in number of developed markets. This type of product is very popular in Japan as well. This type of product is received very well by consumers who want quick solutions for him or her hunger while enjoying crunchy texture. And this FF stands for fortified and functional. Biscuit is a great example that consumers are eating in a plate of breakfast. This product is high in protein and also contain high amount of fiber. Fiber is actually another popular feature in health and wellness. So busy consumers in developed markets eat this type of more nutritious biscuits as a substitute of breakfast cereals. That was latest trends from weight management. Now I would like to move to how these, Now I would like to move to the last section. Let's look at the performance of packaged food and health packaged food and soft drinks positioned as weight management through comparison in developed and emerging markets. This slide gives top 10 countries overweight and obese population in developed and emerging markets for 2010, 2015 and how it will be in 2020. Here I would like you to focus on the growth from 2015 to 2020. BMI, I think a lot of people know it, but just in case, BMI stands for Body Mass Index, which is a simple index of weight for height that is commonly used to classify overweight and obese. BMI over 25 is defined as overweight, and over 30 is defined as obese. WHO reveals that worldwide obesity has more than doubled since 1980, and the global overweight and obese population is going to get larger through 2020. Developed markets are expected to see actually much slower growth compared to emerging markets, which are going to see much faster growth. China's growth is very significant. 127 million increase in its overweight and obese population is expected by 2020. But when I talk about population, you would probably think, oh, China, of course, right? But let's see in the rates. This is very interesting that in overweight and obesity rates, China is expected to record 9% increase, while the United States is going to add 3%. More than half, 54% of populations in China will be BMI over 25 by 2020, which is significant. Most of emerging markets is expected to grow faster than developed markets. India and Brazil are also going to record much faster growth. This slide shows the product categories of weight management position products in developed markets and emerging markets. Consumers in developed markets have more chances to consume product positioned as weight management thanks to its wide varieties in product categories. You can see how developed markets is leading the sales of weight management positioned food and drinks. However, the sales of weight management products in developed market has gone down and is expected to decline. And this is due to the sales decline in products with artificial sweeteners and reduced fat content products, which those two are actually accounting large amounts in health and wellness. Therefore, the sales in developed market is going to decline. Consumers in developed markets are expected to eat more natural and nutritious products and continue for aiming free from artificial sweeteners. On the other hand, in emerging markets, the sales are much smaller because product categories remain poor. However, the sales is increasing. In many emerging markets, weight management position products only offer basic features like reduced fat or reduced calories. High protein and high fiber have not appeared yet in emerging markets, but the increasing demand is going to drive up the sales of products with health and wellness positioning. The products with weight management positioning. This suggests that there are plenty of more opportunities for weight management products in emerging markets, especially product categories like snacks, confectionery, sauces, which are currently underdeveloped. One of the main reasons why weight management is underdeveloped in emerging markets is the lack of variation in product categories. Let's look into the example of the United States and India. In the United States, shown as inner circle, you can see there are so many different types of product categories. Dairy only accounts for roughly 1/4 of total weight management food and drinks in the United States. On the other hand, outer circle, showing India's product categories, you can see how these are dominated by dairy-based products. This is actually the conclusion, so to sum up, the world of weight management is divided into two. In developed markets, where it is highly saturated and consumers are now looking for different kinds of features to manage their weight. And those features are beyond basics, like reduced fat, reduced calories. Those probably don't work anymore. Growing mistrust in artificial sweeteners among consumers have made them look for less artificial and more natural and nutritious food. For the future growth, it is important to embrace natural and high protein as a concept. In emerging markets, where there are great capacity for further growth, product availability should be improved so that consumers will have more opportunities to eat and drink weight management position products. Key message from me is to keep focused on making it healthy and nutritious when developing new products, and appeal to millennials who could be the largest supporters for your product. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Megumi. I would like to conclude in Thai, just short. Megumi พูดเกี่ยวกับอาหารสุขภาพนะครับเกี่ยวกับ health and wellness product สุขภาพและการกินดีอยู่ดีทีนี้ณปัจจุบันนี้นะครับคนก็จะเริ่มเทรนด์เรื่องของ natural product ใช่ไหมครับสารจากผลิตภัณฑ์ธรรมชาติ 2. low sugar นะครับน้ำตาลน้อยแล้วก็3อันดับ3ก็คือ less artificial ingredients ก็คือต้องไม่มีส่วนผสมที่เป็นสารสังเคราะห์นะครับเป็นสารสังเคราะห์ทีนี้เสร็จแล้วเมกุมิก็มาเน้นเรื่อง weight management ตอนแรกผมก็งงมากเลยว่าการจัดการน้ำหนักของเราอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะครับก็กลายมาเป็นอาหารที่เกี่ยวกับเรื่องเกี่ยวกับน้ำหนักนี่ว่าเป็นอาหารเรื่องเกี่ยวกับน้ำหนักอย่างหนึ่งเลยก็คือโอเคอยากให้เป็นธรรมชาติมากขึ้นผู้บริโภคนะครับอยากเป็นธรรมชาติมากขึ้นแล้วก็ต้องไม่มีน้ำตาลไม่มีน้ำตาลถึงจะมีความหวานก็ยอมแต่อยากให้เป็นความหวานจากธรรมชาติก็เลยกลายเป็นตัวเลือกของสารสกัดจากหญ้าหวานสตีเวียคือสารให้ความหวานจากหญ้าหวานมาใช้เยอะนะครับทีนี้พออาหารที่เราไม่มีคาร์โบไฮเดรตแคลอรี่มากไม่มีแคลอรี่เยอะก็กลายเป็นว่าเราจะต้องเสริมความแข็งแรงของร่างกายด้วยการทานอาหารที่มีโปรตีนสูงแทนนะครับเพื่อให้ร่างกายยังคงแข็งแรงและฟังก์ชันได้ต่อไปแล้วก็เมกุมิก็มาเปรียบเทียบระหว่างตลาดนะครับตลาดของdevelop market กับ emerging market คือตลาด2ตลาดนี้ต่างกันใน emerging market นี่มีผลิตภัณฑ์หลากหลายให้เลือกมากมายในขณะที่ตลาด develop market เนี่ยยังมีผลิตภัณฑ์ให้เลือกน้อยอยู่นะครับทีนี้any question from the floor quite clear and interesting topic actually I have just one short question. How about in Thailand? Did Euro monitor explain about Thailand market?
For Thailand, actually, in this presentation, I couldn't mention, but we do actually research about Thailand, of course, as well. And so I would like to avoid specific comments, but just from my observation from a few days in here, I think you have quite a lot of products compared to other emerging markets because obviously you guys are quite developed. But the fact is, I think product categories are still in the process of developing. So I could see a lot of reduced fat and reduced sugar, but I couldn't see a lot of like high protein, which is or high fiber as well. So that's one of the things I think continue developing in that particular things. Especially protein is providing very good source of energy, like useful substances like iron, B vitamins, and amino acids, which gives you energy. And I think a lot of consumers already knew about it. So yeah, keep focus on high in protein and making it healthy and natural, which attract more consumers' interest.
Thank you very much, Megumi. So please give Anna again big thanks to you. Thank you. Then to the last speakers. She is Assistant Professor Dr. Suvimon Sabarobon from Chulalongkorn University. Dr. Suvimon, she received her doctorate degree in Public Health, Nutrition, and Pharmacology background in Master degree. Registered dietitian from the United States with experience in clinical and medical nutrition therapy. Additionally, she experienced also of conducting clinical and interventional research studies. Right now, her current position is Head of Nutrition and Dietetic Department in Chulalongkorn University, and today she will give a talk in the topic of importance of micronutrients for daily life and regulatory compliance. Please give welcome to Dr. Su.